Hi guys, welcome to another video, and in this video I want to specifically talk about 3 biggest mistakes you make after finding a niche on Redbubble, on TeePublic and sites like that, but this video is gonna focus mainly on Redbubble. So some of these tips will be also related to other websites, but some of them will be specifically related to Redbubble. Alright, so after you find a niche, so first of all, how do we find a niche? A niche is something, some phrase, some specific keyword that is currently trending on Redbubble, and we want to use this trend in order to make sales. Or you just see that maybe it's not trending currently, but generally this is a popular type of design on the website, and you want to also use it to drive traffic and eventually sales to your store. And how do we do it? We can use some Redbubble tools which can make a lot of work easier for us. So for example, the tool I've been lately talking about a lot is PODCS, which is a great example of free print-on-demand tool. It's not totally free, but for Redbubble purposes it is completely free. So a perfect example of a tool which can help you a lot in finding such niche. And I just want to tell you 3 big steps and 3 big tips after you find such niche. So what should we look for after we found like a potential keyword on Redbubble? I have 2 examples for you. So these are like 2 niches with small number of results. One is a quote, "Don't wish for it, work for it," and the other one is nurse, wife, mom, bra. So both of these keywords have a similar number of results, that's why I picked them, but I just want to briefly talk the differences and what should you do in order to make sales. So first, and probably the biggest tip I can give you, is to look how to be different from the other sellers, because as you can see on Redbubble you can find mainly like quote niches, some sayings, some part of lyrics which are obviously copyrighted, so don't use part of lyrics. And as you can see, this is a great example of a quote niche, and all of these designs are basically quotes, written text, nothing more. And if you're gonna upload a design like maybe like this one or like this or any other type of designs which you can see here, you will not be different anyhow than from the other sellers. So basically there is 375 results, and if somebody is gonna type "don't wish for it, work for it" into Redbubble search, they'll probably focus on maybe these 5 designs, maybe some others, but they will not be like scrolling through all these pages and saying, all right, maybe I'm gonna pick something from the 2nd page or 3rd page. Trust me, they won't do it. Like 70 to 90% of the customers will only look on these top rows or actually on the 1st page. They will not be looking for anything more. So how you can be different? You can create some variety just by putting some design into this text. So for example, you can see this is a typical quote, a very simple design to make, but as you can see, the same quote is put with a design of a fist. So they've put like additional graphic and the text. And this is what makes this design much different. And as you can see, when I'm scrolling through all of these works, all of these arts, I don't find all of this interesting, but suddenly my main focus is onto this design. And why? Because it has some graphic, it has some additional hidden information for the buyer. So always when you're looking for this kind of quote niches, try to add some graphic in order to be different, in order to create some variety for a customer. And same thing goes with this niche. So nurse, wife, mom, bra, maybe it's not a quote niche to be exact, but also this is kind of a text trend. All of these designs, all of these arts are simply a simple text probably made in Canva or Photoshop, but they don't have any additional value. However, when we look into some of these designs, like maybe this one, they've put some additional graphics and already it looks different. This is how I want you to think. Always try to add something additional from you in order to create like this bigger exposure in order to bring much more attention from a potential customers. The second big tip I want to give you is to avoid niches which are using tag spamming. So if you don't know what tag spamming is, basically Redbubble still has a lot of problems with tag spamming, which is putting a same tag repetitively over and over again. I'm gonna show you the example in a second. So this niche, nurse, wife, mom, bro, has a lot of tag spamming in it. I'm gonna show you quickly what it is about. So if we're gonna scroll down to tags, you can see a perfect example of a tag spamming. So as you can see, the seller is using the same tag over and over, just adding a different numbers. And this is basically to trigger the Redbubble algorithm and just to be ranked on the top of the page. But this practice is completely illegal and you can get your account suspended for doing that. So while looking on some niches, I would try to avoid tag spamming. In this niche, on the other hand, don't wish for it, work for it, there is no tag spamming. So if you're gonna scroll to tags, you can see only some very basic keywords in all products tags, and this is something you want to look for. Designs with like only related to the niche tags and without any tag spamming. The last tip I can give you while researching a niche is to look for the Google search results. This is something a lot of people forget about, and it's like really simple. It takes maybe a couple seconds and it can tell you like which niche can have much more potential than the other. So what I'm talking about, if we're gonna look for example, don't wish for it, work for it niche on Google search, we're just gonna type it, we can see some YouTube video. I hope this niche is not copyrighted. I would just need to check it on a TM hand, but just for the purposes of this video, let's skip this part. And we gotta look if Redbubble is on the first page of Google search results. So I'm just scrolling, but I don't see Redbubble anywhere here. I see Spotify, Facebook, Pinterest, but YouTube, but there is no Redbubble. On the other hand, when I'm gonna look for this niche, nurse, wife, mom, bra, so I typed it in Google search results, Redbubble is even in the sponsored ads, recommended products by Google. And if I'm gonna scroll a little bit, Redbubble is the first thing that comes out on the top of the page. So this is like a small tip, but it can really make a difference in your niche research, and it can really help you to drive a lot of traffic if you see that Redbubble is also popular on a Google search. And this is mainly because some of the niches are not popular on Redbubble, but they are very popular on Google. So they may have like, I don't know, 200 or 300 results on Redbubble, but on the other hand, on Google, this exact keyword can have maybe millions of different results, and Redbubble is not even searchable there. Small tip, but it can really make a difference. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you still have any questions regarding niche research on Redbubble or on any other POD website, just ask me in the comments. I'll try to answer all of them. And thank you so much for watching. See you again very soon, and bye bye.